We're live. Hi, welcome everyone on panel and those joining us from around the globe for our Global Ed Student Chat. Today we will be discussing students as innovators. Just as a bit of an overview, Global Ed Student Chat is a student-led Twitter chat that consists of K-12 students around the world to discuss topics and questions related to character education, social justice, and citizenship. Hashtag Global Ed Student Chat creates opportunities for students to network with others, gain perspective, build relationships with new learning partners in a literacy-rich learning environment, as well as experience social media as a powerful platform for learning and establishing a positive footprint. Thanks for joining us today. Let's have Ethan explain a little bit about how you can interact with us.
So if you're watching us on YouTube, then you can sign in with a Google account and then use the chat to comment or ask a question. And if you have a Twitter, you can follow the hashtag Global Ed Student Chat to read the ideas, thoughts, and questions that are shared by others. And we're going to use a question answer format and use the hashtag Global Ed Student Chat to add your thinking and get involved with the conversation. And feel free to share your first name and where in the world you're joining us from today.
Great. Maddie, do you want to introduce our guest panelist today?
Okay, sure. Okay, so our guest is Dr. Virginia Duncan, and she has been an instructional coach at Garden City High School in Garden City, Kansas. Before that, Ginny taught English, history, and drama at the middle school level in Walnut Creek in California. She received her education in teacher leadership from Walden University in 2012. Her master's in literacy in the content areas in 2007, and her master's in education leadership and administration in August of 2016. She graduated with a bachelor's in English and secondary education from Lovelock Christian University in 1998. Ginny is most passionate about helping teachers through their professional journey. She loves assisting teachers in their individual professional growth and helping them become teacher leaders. Ginny helps lead the Innovation Factory, where they strive to embrace both the better every day and curiosity at work mindset.
Great, thank you, Maddie. So my name's Sam. I go to high school in grade 10 at LDSS, which stands for Listowel District Secondary School. I always forget people don't know that. I've been with this chat since the beginning, and I would like Anna Heath to introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I'm Anna Heath. I'm a grade 12 student at Cardinal Carter. I've been with the chat for over a year now, and I'm so excited to get into our topic today.
Great, thank you, Anna Heath. Garvey, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Garvey. I'm a 7th grader and I'm in the DMV.
Thank you, Garvey. Maddie, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Maddie, and I am in 6th grade. I go to school at Stikine Middle School on a small island in Southeast Alaska, and yeah.
Sweet, thank you. Ethan?
Hi, my name is Ethan Duncan, and I'm a grade 11 student, and I live in Garden City, Kansas, and I have a YouTube channel where I talk about different dancers and how they've impacted the dance world.
Thank you, Ethan. Michael, why don't you introduce yourself since you're here?
Hi, everyone. I'm Michael Dreze. I am a district technology integrator at Lakeshore CSD in Angola, New York. And I'm also one of the adult mentors at Global Ed Student Chat. And
Sweet.
I believe...
Sorry,
go ahead.
And finally, Ginny, do you want to add anything to your introduction?
Oh, no, thank you. Just thank you for having me on. I'm really excited to be here and talk with you guys about innovation.
All right. Garvey, if you want to talk a little bit about our norms, then we'll get into our questions.
Sure. So we will have approximately 30 minutes to discuss 3 questions. Please be mindful that this chat is open to students in K through 12. Active participation from all classes is how we learn. All comments made during the chat should be positive and productive. We welcome diverse opinions. You may not agree with something someone has said, but we ask that when challenging an idea, you respectfully disagree with the idea and not the individual person. And being respectful online includes using language that is inclusive and culturally appropriate.
And I believe to start out here, we're going to just kind of dig into what innovation means. So I'm just going to kind of take that. Actually, you know what? Heath's here. I don't know, Heath, do you want to cover what innovation means? I know we were distributing roles earlier. Is that good for you? Good for you. I think it's freezing up a little bit for me. I don't know if it is for everybody else. And you might be having computer issues. I don't know if you want to exit and come back in. We'll bring you back into the stream. But I guess I'll. We can hear you, but it was freezing up there. I think you're good now. I think you're back.
So innovation is a new idea, method, or device. It's a novelty. So it's the introduction of something new. Innovation can refer to something new or to a change that's made to an existing product, idea, or field. For example, one might say that the first telephone was an invention, but the first cellular telephone was either an invention or an innovation, and the first smartphone an innovation. So this is what it means, what innovation really means.
Thank you. Ethan, do you want to bring forward our first question?
Yeah, so our first question is, why is it important to be innovative?
I can go first. So I think it's important to be innovative because it helps us think critically about what changes we can make to either existing inventions or ideas. And it helps us just think of better ways that we can accomplish goals. I also think it's important because that, like, the media and like people around us tell us a certain thing and like what to do. So I think being innovative helps us glide away from that and think about what we would think is great and we think that we want. So yeah.
I think it's important to be innovative because it helps get your mind going. And if people in the world were innovative, we would not have vaccines such as the COVID vaccine, and we wouldn't have ways to connect through tech and travel by plane or car. If we were not innovative through medicine, I wouldn't be here with everyone today, and there's a lot of people who wouldn't either. So I think it's really important that we're innovative.
I think innovation gives us a sense of individuality because anyone can go out there and learn the same textbook things, the same knowledge, but not everyone can have an original thought or an original idea. So I think the innovation that we each have really gives us a lot of individuality. And one quote that I want to bring up is by Stephen Jeffs, and he says that innovation is the unrelenting drive to break the status quo and develop anew where few have dared to go. So in that sense, again, it really gives you individuality, and it gives you the urge to do something, to pave a path for others, and to create something that is your own. Innovation can help you see what exists now, and it can develop an optimism in the opportunities that will likely pop up in the future. Innovation gives us a lot of things, like Madeline said. It gives us, it continues to give us new and continual improvements. And that's really what I think innovation is for.
Yeah, to add on to that, if we were to never innovate, if we were never able to build onto something, we would be nowhere near where we are today, as a technology standpoint, as if you look at science, technology, buildings even, everything is just built on top of something else. An original idea normally is just a modification of something else that is out there today already, or a built on to something that's already there.
I love that. Like, I think of the word remix when I hear you say that, Sam. And we have a few things on Twitter that I'll just mention. And it looks like we have the Digital Grade 6s joining in. So thank you to them for joining in. But talking about so we can have better and more convenient lives, and that we as humans progress. Also, and that was from AK. I know they're putting their initials on there. And just so we have easier, more efficient lives. And also so we can have better and easier to use technology. And when I hear that comment from JD on Twitter, I think of accessibility and the the progress we've made on that. And I think about, as an educator, the classroom discussion. When I was a student, I got to only talk to the kids in my class unless I wanted to write someone a letter. And due to the innovations of technology, here we are talking with people around the world and in the same space online. So yeah, so I don't know, Jenny, I know as our expert on panel, if you have anything to add to what the students have said.
Those are some pretty amazing comments. So I love Anna Heath, the quote that you shared. That's so amazing. And I love what you said about it being like a sense of individuality and like original thoughts. That's something employers really look for. So when you start to get out into the workforce and start looking for jobs, they look for innovative people who can approach and think differently and problem solve. And so that really sets everyone apart when you're able to have these original thoughts and contributions.
I really think innovation helps us find new solutions, new creative solutions to old problems. And that's why innovation, especially in the 21st century, is very much encouraged, because that is the new way to propel ourselves forward, is to find new ways to solve old problems to improve society and ourselves.
Absolutely.
All right, if nobody else has anything to add to that, Ethan, do you want to bring us to question 2?
All right, so our next question is, how has technology helped you to be innovative?
I would like to start that by saying what technology hasn't helped us be innovative. Right now, we're being innovative by communicating with the world live. I say something, you guys hear it 10 seconds later. We here in Canada, I don't know about elsewhere, but our snow days now, we don't actually get our snow days now. The school might be closed, but we still have to join online. Thanks COVID for that. Woo, no more snow days. There's just so many things. Like, technology is not just computers. We have machinery that's helping us build things. We have different scientific machinery that helps us get vaccines, helps us figure out what vaccines are the best. That's really, every piece of technology helps us be innovative.
Yeah, that was super cool to hear. And also, I'm so sorry that you guys have no more snow days. I think that technology has helped us be innovative because technology is like a tool. So say that I'm building a chair and I want to figure out a different way to build a chair than the chair I'm sitting on right now. Say I want the chair to have like a pillow or something. Technology can be used in that way to help us, run a simulation on chair building, and we can test out different ways that we can build that chair. So I think technology has helped everyone be innovative by just being a tool that we can use to just simulate what we're trying to do, and then we can execute it better.
Technology has helped me be innovative through looking up inspiration for crafts and like Lego projects online. So, because I really like to make art projects and build my Legos, so then I'll look for ideas online and then I'll go off of that, but I'll also modify it to be my own. And then also, my dad is a shop teacher and he has Tech Tuesdays. And my friend and I took that time to design a Christmas ornament that could later be cut out and laser engraved on this app for doing that. And it was really cool.
Now, I think that we have a lot of access to technology and information, and that kind of speeds or accelerates the process of innovation. So it propels us forward, and it boosts like the tinkering and the experimentation, and especially artificial intelligence in particular can speed up innovation by really removing all that obstacles of uncertainty and lack of information, because we can get anything, we can find out anything with hitting the enter key and it'll pop up. So by doing a lot of research, you have access to all kinds of information, and the more you read, the more you research, that's really what gives you kind of that light bulb spark and that idea that you'll have. And that is how technology has enabled us and propelled us forward.
Yeah, I'd like to quickly add to that. Information is one of the biggest things with innovation. If you don't know what's gone wrong in the past or what the problem is, how are you going to innovate on something that you don't really know is an issue? And then you can learn from other people's mistakes through the technology, through that instant, oh, look, I Google it and I found my answer.
We have a few things on Twitter coming in from the digital grade sixes again in Ottawa, Ontario. So shout out to them for joining. But talking about now we have new technology that we can use to make more and new improved art, which I think is interesting, right? You've seen some of those innovations in art. And kind of going off of what was already said here, it can inspire you to do something that you saw on the internet. Originally, the topic title for this was innovation and inspiration. So tapping into how inspiration ties into future innovations. And then again, same thing, we get lots of inspiration and we can see what problems there are around the world. So it gives you that global perspective. So yeah, so I just wanted to pull that in from Twitter.
I definitely agree. I think that inspiration goes hand in hand with innovation, and inspiration improves the process of solving problems. And it doesn't matter if we're thinking about developing a new strategy or an innovative way to create something. I think inspiration is really what helps ignite that spark within an individual.
I love that you guys are not just talking about like tools, you're talking about access to information and how that helps you, and looking historically at stuff and using that information to propel you forward. So really, really neat perspective on that.
All right, if nobody else has anything to add to that, Ethan, why don't you move us on to question 3?
All right, so our third question is, what opportunities do you have to be innovative in school and outside of school, and who can help you? I definitely think with this question is that teachers are definitely the people that can and probably will help you. And 90% of the time, they're going to be the people that either inspire you or teach you to be a kind of innovative person, and they can really start that process to innovation.
Yeah, I think that teachers are very helpful, especially when I'm saying this part that I came up with, which is school helps you be innovative with your time. So, these days, mostly at my school, we have asynchronous days where we can just go off and do it on our own pace. And I think that really allows students to think about what times they're going to do the homework assignment and then turn it in by the time, and find out which way last time didn't work and which way this time worked to help them get it in faster or on time. So I think that's a way that school helps me be innovative.
I'd like to answer the second part of the question, which is who can help us. I think first of all, we need to help ourselves to be innovative, and again, that's really searching for all the abundant information that's out there. And second of all, I think our friends can help us. A lot of the times when I've worked with others on projects, we really piggybacked off of each other and kept developing new ideas. So one thing that I've heard is start with a really simple idea and then build on it. It doesn't have to be the best idea, but once you work and improve on it, it's a work in progress. So I would just say the people who can help you are, first of all, yourself, your friends, your teachers, and really surrounding yourself with like-minded people who align with your goals to innovate.
Some opportunities I've had to be innovative in and outside of school is in school I've done mystery Skype and connected with people from all over the world, and we've connected people from like Sweden and stuff, which has been really cool. And my mom is also my teacher last year and this year, so she has helped me be innovative in and outside of school. And then along with my dad, who's the shop teacher here, and my grandpa, who was an engineer. And then outside of school, I am innovative when I'm building my Legos and designing my own crafts and other art projects.
Yeah, so in school, I'm really into computers and kind of some technological design stuff. Just the other day, actually, I was in computer tech and we're doing Lego robotics, and everybody's got their wires plugged into their computers, plugged into the robots, and having to download the program and bring it to the board and play their program. So what I did was I actually connected my robot through Bluetooth to my computer, and we're working in groups, right? So then I can there sit at the computer, download the program. I can have a partner over at the front of the room at the board who just has it set up and ready to go. So it's just a whole lot faster to just switch your couple lines of code, go test, switch, test without having to wait for it to plug in and recognize that it's plugged in. And that's just one of the ways I've been innovative in school. There's multiple other ones and others that are from group work and from friends. And that's really where that's who helps you be innovative in school is your friends in that group work. That's why teachers want you to work in groups. They're like, yes, work in a group, do things as a group, even if it's an individual project, especially in my tech classes, they're like, help each other, build on to each other. And that's really what innovation is.
I think the pandemic has really taught us how to come up with creative solutions. For example, I'm a part of several different clubs and councils at my school, and we've had to look into, okay, how do we organize an event that has the same reach, but virtually? And I think now we have a further reach because we can invite anyone from all over the world to talk to us, and that is just a great opportunity. And that's how I've tried to solve problems and to be innovative outside of school. But inside of school, I've gotten, different projects. So for example, last semester, I got a project to do a presentation, and I decided I'm not going to do a presentation like normal. I'm going to make a documentary out of it. So I set my mind to learn a new computer application, how to video edit, and that's really how I transformed a very mundane assignment into something really cool and really fun, and something that I would take away from later on.
And I know on Twitter we have Sheila Glazov, who was a previous guest expert on panel when we were talking about our brain colors, and she says she's fascinated by hearing everything that's being shared here and how your brain is your ideas about innovation gives her hope for the future. So it's very, very nice of Sheila to join us on Twitter. But yeah. That's I know we're winding down. I don't know if anyone has anything else to add there.
I love the whole part about creative solutions to things. And I wanted to, I don't know why Ethan wasn't sharing this, but there's some things that we had to do at his dance studio in order to come up with those creative solutions. To get around some of the barriers that existed as a dancer and all the public performances we do. We had to come up with different things. We had to create movies and videos, and we did the whole Nutcracker as a movie this year. And so lots of different ways to kind of explore and come up with creative solutions to that. So I just want to keep encouraging you, don't be afraid to think differently and approach something differently, to have a different perspective, a different idea, a different solution, because it definitely sets you apart and gets you past barriers and helps everything keep moving forward.
I'm going to just put up here real quick that we do have a couple slow chat questions. So while we've had great conversations happening here around our top 3 questions, there's a couple more questions that we'd ask you to think about is how is innovation approached by different people around you? And what opportunities do you have to be innovative in school and outside of school? Sorry, that was one that we already covered here. I've got my orders mixed up, but there is a slow chat happening, and we hope that you'll continue on that conversation. Just to wrap things up, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here at Global Ed Student Chat, Tweet and Talk. Thank you to our student leadership team, our guest, Dr. Jenny Duncan, and please keep the conversation going by answering in the slow chat for the rest of the month. Be sure to use that hashtag #GlobalEdSSChat, and that'll allow our team to interact with you. Feel free to also share on Flipgrid. The grid code and password are both #GlobalEdSSChat. And we have follow us on social media. Check out our website, our Twitter handle, our new Instagram, and we'd love to connect with you. So keep an eye out for details on next month's chat, which can be posted on the website on the 1st of each month. Our next chat will happen on April 6th around the topic of online privacy. We are currently recruiting members of our social media ambassador program, and we're always looking for students who are looking to grow as digital leaders. Information about this program can be found on our website. So feel free to send an email or a direct message for more information. So thank you everyone for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you online and continuing the conversation around students as innovators.